Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for second half action of the Pope John Lions. Coming back on the field now, they're taking on the St. Peter's Prep Marauders. Your halftime score, 20-6, St. Peter's over Pope John. Mike Formisano here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. The Lions scoring in the first quarter, a 15-yard touchdown reception from Luke Irwin to Prince Joshua. But 3 touchdowns on the day for St. Peter's has given them the lead, 26 over Pope John, as we get set to start the third quarter. Let's go over the Pope John roster quickly. We start with number 0, Prince Joshua. Number 1 is Nick McNone. Number 2, Luke Irwin. 3, Azir Register. 4, Zane Carswell. 5, Akey Griffin. 6, Alex Schreiber. 7, Matthew Rodriguez. 8, King Jackson. 9, Sam Canetta. 10, Alex Rakowski. 11, Luke Romano. 12, Vic Fiore. 13, Rocco Marchese. 14, Edward Leonard. 15, Vincent Jessamaria. 16, Anthony Castro. 17, Amir Young. 18, Kai Kammer. 21, Cal Marone. 22, Mike Marston. 23, David Thompson. 25, Aiden D'Alivo. 26, Luke Gianella. 28, Owen Hull. 30, Connor Johnston. 32, Joe Librano. 33, Sutton Fullwood. 35, Seamus Corcoran. 40, Carter Brash. 42, Tom Walton. 45, Andrew Jessamaria. Aiden Hanneman is number 51. Ryan Watts, 52. Riley Watts, 54. Sean Bauman's 55. Vincent Giacchi is 56. Evan Kennedy, 57. Ethan Wilkes is 58. 59, Zane Russell. 60, Nick Sadowski. Anthony Scavullo, 61. Jacob Post, 66. Landon Hendricks, 68. Cole Roddy is 70. Adrian Savitsky, 71. Michael Morelli, 72. Emilio Baracco, 77. And Jack Rosenlund, number 80. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emery. The VP and chaplain, Father John Calabro. Athletic director, Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. Team physicians, Tri-County Orthopedics. The site managers, Ben Perez. The head coach of the Pope John Lions and special teams coordinator is Dom Gaston. Assistant head coach, defensive coordinator, Nell Bees, Cole Ferran. Offensive coordinator, Christian Vosa. Defensive line coach, Rapati Pinatua. Defensive back coach, Jody Kita Dimo. Offensive line coach, Jack Morelli. Running backs, Mike Stellatella. Wide receiver coach, Jojo Rogna. Tight ends coach, Rod Fox Jr. Strength and conditioning coach, Zach Pluitt. Director of football operations is Rod Fox Sr. Game day operations, James Arojo. And the PA announcer is Chris Rosa. I'm Mike Formisano, also cheerleading coach Janet Ruccia. We are here live on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Kickoff from St. Peter's to start the second half. Lions going right to left of your screen. Blue jerseys, blue pants, white numbers. White helmets with Lions on the side. Here's the kick from St. Peter's. Down to about the 12-yard line. Taken by Zane Carswell. Carswell cuts up the middle and gets to about the 27-yard line where the Lions will start out. St. Peter's in gray uniforms with maroon numbers and white socks and white helmets. And they're going left to right in your screen.
And Sosa on the stop.
1st and 10 for Pope John from their own 27 as we start the third quarter. We're so glad you're with us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Sparta, New Jersey. Has got a little overcast, a little windy, but definitely cooler than it has been the first month of autumn, where temperatures were in the 80s and high 70s for most of September and October. It has cooled into the 50s, so more typical autumn fare. 1st and 10 from their own 27. Luke Irwin in the gun, 2 men in the backfield. Snap, handoff to McNone. Sweeps to the near sideline, near hash. Gets to about the 28, and that's it. Gain of 1 for McNone.
Gain of about 1.
Well, the Lions starting with the ball here in the second half, looking to get on the scoreboard quickly and get back into this contest. Being down by 2 scores, but it does definitely help that they get the ball first. That's why you defer the opening kickoff. the near hash, the 28-yard line. 2nd and 9 for Pope John. Irwin in the gun. Snap. Hand off the, no, yes, Gianella. Luke Gianella to the 30-yard line, maybe 29, and that's it. Just underway here, second half. Pope John and St. Peter's Prep. And you would have said after the first quarter with Pope John being tied, well, Lions 1-6 and St. Peter's 6-1. What's going on? Well, you play to win the game, and that's the case, you know.
From the 29.
Anything can happen on these Saturday afternoons in northern New Jersey. And so St. Peter's does have a 2-touchdown lead. Pope John's got to work hard to get back into this game. Pope John to the line. 3rd and 8 from the 29. Irwin in the shotgun. 4 receivers set. Prince Joshua in motion. Snap. Irwin. Back to pass. Scrambles. He's going to keep it. Running to the near sideline. Steps out of bounds at about the 36, maybe 37.
Irwin on the carry.
See, did he get enough for the first? I don't think so. I think he's going to be about a yard short.
Short of the first down.
So, 4th and 1 now.
4th down and about 1.
Very makeable for Pope John, but they've got to convert here on 4th and 1.
From the 46.
Pope John going forward with it. Did they get enough across the 37? I don't know. Maybe the second effort did it as the referees looked like they're on the 37 right now. That would be enough. They didn't initially have it. I think the second effort got it, and it did. First down, Pope John. A gain of 1.
First down.
Well, that may turn out to be a monumental first down for Pope John, keeping this drive alive to start the second half. First and 10 from their own 37 on the near hash. Irwin in the gun. 2 men in the backfield flanking Irwin. Fake. Pass across the middle to Joshua. Makes the catch. It's down to about the 44. A gain of
about 7.
7. Make it 2nd and 3. Good catch by Prince Joshua, holding on to it too, as he went across the middle and he took the hit.
2nd down.
2nd and 3. Now the ball placed in more of the center of the field. Luke Gianella to the right of Irwin. Fake the handoff. Down the field to Carswell. He made the catch. He made the catch. An incredible catch by Carswell. He had a reach for it, got it positioned in his left hand, and hauled it in. A one-handed catch by Zane Carswell. First down, Pope John. Wow, what a catch by Carswell. I'll tell you, with the way he had to balance that, with his footwork and being able to bring the ball in, you know, Mikhail Barishnikov couldn't have been prouder. Here's Irwin. Fires to the far side, complete to Luke Romano. Romano moving forward, working for some extra yards. Gets down to about the 26. 2nd and 8.
Brought down by Anderson Jr.
So, referees will spot the ball back at the 27, so a gain of 1. Lions on the move now. They want to go, go, go. On the far hash, Irwin going under center. 2 receivers to the left, Romano and Joshua. The handoff to Gianella. into the center of the field. Gets to about the 26, and that's all. So a gain of 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Lions.
Brought down by
And right now, being between the 20 and the 30, you would think they're in 4-down territory.
3rd down.
We saw Seamus Corcoran during halftime working on kicks after missing the 28-yard field goal attempt. And he went ahead and kicked one ball 60 yards from the 40 all the way reaching the goal line. So he was getting some leg into those kicks. I would not be surprised if Seamus came out, had another field goal opportunity, and nails it. Three receivers set for the Lions. Irwin takes the snap, rolls to his left, runs to the near side. The pass to Joshua, complete, inbounds. First down, Pope John.
For Lions. First down.
Now the Lions are cooking. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 12 of St. Peter's.
At the 12.
Nice catch by Joshua. Even better for him to stay in bounds there.
Big thank you to all our family.
Clock down to 6:10 remaining.
Season. The Gang family, the Diarco family, the Jezza Maria family, the Giacchi
In the
family.
third quarter,
the
not in the
Orobo
game,
family,
in the third quarter. 20-6, St. Peter's leading by 2 touchdowns, but the Lions still very much alive in this contest. Irwin in the shotgun, McNone behind him. Takes the snap, hand off to McNone. Nick across the middle. Gets down to about the 11.
On the carry.
The heart that the Lions are showing today, incredible. Staying in this game with a 6-1 St. Peter's squad. We're midway through the third quarter, where St. Peter's has demolished some of the opponents that Pope John has faced this season, and I mean demolished. They went ahead and defeated, I think it was Del Barton, 42-7. Defeated Seton Hall Prep. They were undefeated before they faced DePaul Catholic and lost by only 10. Pope John is in this game. 5:09 to go, third quarter. Pope John in the red zone. 2nd and 8. Snap. Irwin rolls to his right. Fires for the end zone. In and out of the hands of Luke Romano. Incomplete.
Intended for Romano.
So that brings up 3rd down. Now at the 12-yard line, if you had to turn to Seamus for a field goal opportunity, it's more makeable. The only question you have now is, do you go for a field goal down by 2 touchdowns? You get points on the board, sure, but you're down by 14 right now. You've got to figure out a way to get 2 more scores.
The family, the Weeble family, the Walton family, and the Marston family.
Let's see. Hopefully, for the Lions' sake, they won't have to worry about that and they get in the end zone now. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. McNone in the backfield. Irwin in the gun. Snap. Irwin back, being chased. Swung around by 18 and thrown to the turf. He almost escaped it. But number 18 for St. Peter's Prep. Let me go ahead and reposition my roster here.
Brought down for the sack by Sereno.
Sereno making the tackle there on the sack.
4th down.
That's going to bring a 4th down.
This will be
Aaron Sereno with the sack there. Corcoran with the attempt now. From 34 yards out, here's the kick. It is good. Seamus Corcoran right down the middle. And Pope John gets on the board here in the second half.
Corcoran from 34 yards.
34-yard field goal by Seamus Corcoran. And it's now 20-9. Now the Lions down by 2 scores. But you could get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and a field goal, and that will tie the score. So a lot of options for Pope John now as that field goal gets him back in the game. 20-9, St. Peter's leads over Pope John. 4:46 to go in the third quarter. Please be sure to join us tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. for Pope John Junior Lion 13U football, Pop Warner football in Montgomery, New Jersey, as the Lions will take on the Montgomery Cougars. And then on Monday at 4 p.m., the Pope John JV football team taking on St. Peter's Prep JV in Jersey City. Here's the kick by Corcoran. Toward the sideline at about the 30, and number 11, Hudson Pritchard, makes the catch. And he falls down at the 31, securing the ball, and that is where the Marauders will start. 4:45 to go, third quarter. Pope John now trailing 20-9. A 34-yard field goal by Seamus Corcoran, getting the Lions on the board here in the second half. Very important for the Lions to get points on that opening drive, keeping them in the game here. They spot the ball at the 30. 1st and 10. Tyler Bell in the shotgun. To his left, Abdul Turay. Snap. Hand up to Turay, right up the middle. Evades a tackle. Now another. Good hard running by Turay. Gets the first down. Key Griffin with the tackle.
Ball carried by Turay. Brought down by Griffin.
Be a first down for St. Peter's from their own 42. 4:30 remaining, third quarter. Snap. Bell to the near side, made the catch. That is number 15, Chris Horn. Tackled immediately by number 10, Alex Rakowski. It's a 5-yard catch for Horn. 2nd and 5. Clock running. 3:54 and counting. Third quarter. Bell takes the snap. Hand up. No, fake. Down the sideline. Number 10 makes the catch and out of bounds at the Pope John 30. That is Amari Jones making the catch for St. Peter's. 1st and 10, Marauders.
At the 30.
Now, number 20, Turay, caught in the backfield.
Turay on the
gets some forward motion, gets to about the 26.
Brought down by Canetta.
Canetta brings him down. 2nd and 6 for St. Peter's. We're live from Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Third quarter action. Bell in the shotgun, trying to draw the Lions offside. Now he'll approach the center, comes back into the gun. Turay to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Hand off to Turay. Turay sweeps to the far hash. Up the far hash to the 20, to the 15. Finally tackled there. Number 42, Tommy Walton with the tackle.
Tackles led by Marchese.
Marchese also in on the tackle for Pope John. No huddle offense for St. Peter's. Bell in the gun again with Turay over his left shoulder. Trips right. Pass to the left to number 1, Hunter Watson. Complete. Tackled at about the 4-yard line. St. Peter's threatening to go in again. 2:38 remaining. They spot the ball at the 5. 1st and goal for the Marauders.
1st down and goal from the 5.
Bell in the shotgun. Snap. Hand off to Turay. Turay met by Canetta in the backfield. Nice tackle by Sam Canetta.
Canetta on the tackle.
Tackled at the 9-yard line. We got an injury timeout. We're going to take a quick break.
Injury timeout.
Pope John trailing St. Peter's Prep 29. We'll be back after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Injury timeout's over. Manuel Gonzalez, number 74, being held to his feet, and he's walking off under his own power, which is good to see. 2:03 remaining, third quarter. St. Peter's driving here, but a good stop by Canetta on number 20, Abdul Turay, and that sets up second and goal from the 9. Again, please be sure to join us tomorrow, 2 p.m., for Pope John Junior Lion 13U football from Montgomery, New Jersey. And then on Monday, the Pope John JV Lions will take on St. Peter's at Caven Field in Jersey City. 4 p.m., your start time on Monday. Tuesday, I believe we're covering field hockey. Wednesday, boys soccer here at Pope John. And then Thursday, the freshman football team taking on Brunswick right here at Pope John High School. And soccer on Halloween at Pope John and Morris Hills on Halloween afternoon. And the next week, St. Thomas Aquinas comes in for the final home regular season game for the Pope John Lions varsity. Here's Bell rolling to his left, being chased. Fires in the end zone, incomplete. Through the hands of number 13, Ryan Bartles.
And today's winning ticket for the 50-50.
That'll bring up third down. Now listen, if Pope John has to give up points, you most definitely would rather give them a field goal here. 23-9, they'd be down by 14 points, but 2 touchdowns gets them back in the game. Give them a touchdown here, it looks less likely that Pope John would be able to come back today. Not impossible, but less and less likely. Third and goal from the 8. Bell in the gun, Teray in the backfield. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side. Bell takes the snap, fires quickly to number 10, and he's in. We got a penalty flag. We'll see if the touchdown stands. Number 10, Amari Jones, into the end zone.
Jones, flag on the play.
We got a holding call, and it's against St. Peter's.
Holding on St. Peter's.
So, take the touchdown off the board. Holding against the Marauders, and we'll replay third down, I believe. The ball moved back to the 12-yard line. So, Pope John saved by that penalty call. Minute 33 to go here in the third. So now St. Peter's will run the play from third down again, but this time from the 12. Bell in the gun. Snap. Drops back to pass. Being chased. Sam Canetta wraps him up like a Christmas gift.
Bell sacked.
Great sack by Sam Canetta. And that will bring up fourth down and the ball outside the red zone. A 10-yard sack for Sam Canetta.
Fourth down and goal. Number 23.
So now, instead of a touchdown for St. Peter's, they're facing a 4th and long on 4th and goal, and they may not even have an opportunity to kick a field goal. If you try the field goal from here, you're talking about a 39-yard kick. So I think they're going to have to go for it, and they're basically going to have to hit the end zone or else. Wow, talk about things turning on a dime. Now we see. It's 4th down, so Pope John still has to stop here. They are going to try the field goal attempt. 30 seconds and counting.
This will be a 39-yard field goal attempt.
Whistle on the play. Timeout. St. Peter's wants to talk it over. That is a long kick for number 92, Bradley Abraham. On a pro level, a 39 kick used to be far. Nowadays, it's not. 39, back in the day, used to be a far kick. Nowadays, you see kickers hitting from 60, 65 yards. But a 39-yard kick here in high school would be impressive. We'll take a quick timeout, come right back to Pope John High School. 20-9. St. Peter's leads late third quarter on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.
you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Say I can make your hands clap.
Welcome back to Pope John High School. It will be indeed a 39-yard field goal opportunity for St. Peter's and Bradley Abraham. Number 16, Brian Isaac Jr. to hold. Here's the place down. The kick is up. It may have the distance. It is good. Bradley Abraham with a 39-yard field goal. Impressive. And that makes the score 23-9. Well, Pope John did what they had to do. Not what they really wanted, but what they had to do. They keep it within 2 scores. 21 seconds to go, third quarter. The Lions down 23-9. And so now we set up for the kickoff. And so Pope John needs 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points to get back in the game. Not impossible.
Try Caricchio family and the Izzo family.
Now the Lions setting up at midfield. You got Zane Carswell and Nick McNolan back to receive at about the 15-yard line. St. Peter's prep coming back onto the field, getting set to attempt the kick. It's turned pretty overcast here in this second half, and the weather cooling down a bit. It was warmer with the sun out. Not much wind anymore. You can see on the field goal posts a light wind of the flags on top of the field goal posts. See the mountains and see all the foliage. Incredible view up here in Sparta. Gorgeous country. If you've ever been out this way, it is beautiful out here. Abraham with the kick. High and over end kick. It's going to come down to Carswell at about the 7. Carswell to the middle. Trying to break a tackle, can't do so. Gets to about the 13. Maybe they'll spot it at the 15. And with 14 seconds to go in the third quarter, Pope John will start out first and 10. Pope John with all 3 timeouts. St. Peter's took 1 before that field goal opportunity. And again, Bradley Abraham hitting that kick from 39 yards out in the near hash. Very impressive. You got to have some leg in high school to be able to hit a 40-yard field goal. I'm sure Seamus could do it. I believe he has before. But anytime you're talking over 30 yards, 35 in high school football, pretty good stuff. Irwin in the gun. Carswell in motion. Pass to Carswell to the far side. Gets to about the first down marker. Maybe just shy. No, they're going to give him the spot. Down to the 25-yard line. And a first down for Pope John.
And that's enough for a Lions first down.
Clock ticks down to 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the third quarter. After 3 quarters, it's the Pope John Lions trailing the St. Peter's Prep Marauders 23-9. Pope John needing 14 to tie the game. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this. We'll start a new feed and come on back in about 30 seconds to 45 seconds from Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. St. Peter's Prep leads the Pope John Lions 23-9. We'll be back after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.